Governor Eddie Calvo says he's elated with some recent development in the military buildup and that the Department of Defense will be staying within its existing footprint for its proposed training range and housing area for the Marines' relocation.
The initial discussions that we had, it looks very positive.
Specifically, Governor Calvo says the military has indicated that the preferred site for the live firing training range would be on Northwest Field and the Marine cantonment would be in NICTAMS.
So I think important things to take out of it is, first of all, any issues that we had on Poggett, that's been taken out of the table. And now we can focus on in working with them to see what other impacts there may be. But as far as I'm concerned, as this thing has moved forward, there was a desire by both the people, the population, and now with the military by this preferred laydown that has been presented, that those concerns were adhered to.
Calvo says this news shows the military is moving forward in the spirit of its 4 pillars and signals that the buildup is moving forward.
I think the progress in that as you start identifying areas and you start identifying what infrastructures to be put in with regards to barracks, offices, housing, then the dollar figures become more certain. And we need to get those dollar figures in line, and then of course with that it makes the policymakers in Washington, it makes their jobs a lot easier as well.
Military Oversight Chair Senator Frank Uggan Jr. agrees that this is a positive step toward the Guam U.S. military relocation. This, however, is not the Navy's final decision and is only preliminary.
I think it's very good to know that, in fact, the initial evaluation and the recommendation on the part of the Department of Defense is done as it applies to the preferred location, because this still has to go through the vetting process. All the federal agencies have to provide their input and reassure not only that the proposed sites will comply with the existing requirements and regulations and policies of the federal government, but also the local community has to provide input.
We are Guahan's Levin Camacho, meanwhile, preferred to reserve comment until the draft supplemental impact statement is released in early 2014. We are Guahan protested the military's use of Poggett for a training range, as did the Guam International Raceway and Guam Racing Federation. Raceway Park General Manager Henry Simpson says he's more than excited of the news and is glad the entire situation came to a fruitful ending. He says the news is good for the military, good for the Guam community, and is a win-win situation all around. It was in late last year when he and other motorsports enthusiasts collected 13,000 signatures in support of the Guam International Raceway Park in Jigo and against the use of the park for the live firing training range. The Navy, meanwhile, will not make a final decision until the final SCIS is completed, with a record of decision expected in early 2015. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.